Hi there yogis, welcome to Two Birds, I'm Fiona, and today's class is a very smooth, calm and uncomplicated flow. So we'll be pairing together some very familiar yoga postures and working on alignment and integrity in each of the postures. It's a really well-rounded, balanced flow. So you'll work on your flexibility and equally work on your strength. And this will help you feel more grounded in your body and also hopefully more centered at the end of your practice. 45-minute Vinyasa flow. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy. Namaste. And begin your practice at the top edge of your mat, standing in Tadasana. Bringing the big toe mounds to touch, your heels lightly separated, and standing tall. And finding your center, front of the pelvis lightly lifting in and up, tailbone lengthening down toward your heels, and maintaining the natural curvature of your spine, and an elegant length through the sides of your waist. And hands just resting down by your side or to prayer. Gently close your eyes and just take a few moments to land in your body. Center yourself. Begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils. Feeling a fullness of your breath around the ribs. And a light firmness in the belly as you breathe out. And go ahead, just gently blink the eyes open. And on your next breath in, sweep your arms up overhead. Send the gaze up to the tip of the thumbs. Exhale, diving forward, soft bend in the knees as you fold. Inhale, slide the hands up to the shins, look forward, feel for a flat back. And as you exhale, refold over the legs, bending the knees. Inhale, rise to stand, nice strong legs there, arms reach tall. Exhale your hands to your heart. One more round just like that, a half forward fold, arms overhead as you breathe in. Dive forward as you breathe out. Inhale, sending the heart forward, your collarbones wide, gaze forward. And as you exhale, refold over the legs. Inhale, coming up all the way up to stand. Reach your arms, reaching through the ring fingers. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, raise the arms overhead. Surya Namaskar aim. We'll add a variation in there. Dive forward as you breathe out. Inhale, coming up halfway. And as you exhale, plant the hands down and step back to plank pose. Pause there. Send your gaze forward. Engage through the belly. The tops of the thighs are lifting up. Heels are reaching back and you're on the balls of your toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, drop the knees down, buttocks to your heels, Balasana, child's pose. Keep your arms extending forward here. Fingers spread equally. And as you breathe in, come up onto all fours, arching the spine, softening your belly, send the gaze up. And as you breathe out, round the spine, spread through your upper back, pushing into the hands and the shins. One more round, inhale, arching the spine, opening up through the collarbones. And as you breathe out, round the spine. Inhale, coming back to neutral spine, send the gaze forward and then literally shift forward so you bring your heart forward through your arms and lower all the way down onto your belly. And set your hands around your ribs, elbows tucking in. Inhale, really slowly come up to a low cobra. So very little pressure in the hands there. Legs are engaged and you're using your core strength to lift up. Find your back bend, back muscles are engaged. And as you breathe out, peel down, back to Balasana, child's pose, your buttocks to your heels, just for a beat. And then up onto all fours as you breathe in. Extend back to downward facing dog as you breathe out. And lightly pedal out through the heels, biking out the legs. Extend long through your arms and spread all your fingers. Pressing down through all the base knuckles of your fingers and the perimeter of your hand, so you feel like a little bit of a hollow in the palm of your hand, but your fingers are curling into the mat and you're activating your hand muscles there just to take the heat out of your wrists. We'll do one more round. We'll just pick up the pace. Same sequence. A deep breath in, looking forward between the hands. At the end of your exhale, step or lightly hop forward to the top edge of your mat. Toes are together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, your halfway lift. And as you exhale, soft bend in the knees and fold. Deep breath in as you rise to stand, reach the arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhaling, arms overhead, gaze turns up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs, firm belly, flat back. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, stepping back, plank pose, top of your push-up. Shoulders are over the wrists here, gaze is forward. And as you feel yourself breathe out, knees to the floor, buttocks to the heels, empty the lungs. And as you breathe in, come up onto all fours, gently arch the spine, extending. And as you breathe out, round the spine, hugging in and up through the belly. One more round, just like that, moving with your breath, arching, exhaling to round and slide the shoulder blades broad in your upper back. Inhale, coming back to center, shift forward, so you've got a right angle, elbow over the wrist, and slowly lower to the floor onto your belly. Engaging your leg muscles, pushing down through all 10 toes, arch up for cobra pose. And as you breathe out, take your buttocks to your heels, extended child's pose. Inhale, coming up onto all fours. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here, separating the feet, lightly pigeon-toed there through the toes. Inner upper thighs are spiraling inwards. Sit bones are spreading, lifting. Arms extending. Your head's relaxed. Expression soft in your face. And one more deep breath in, looking forward. At the end of your exhale, step or lightly hop. Come on up, top edge of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward. Exhale, soft bend in the knees and fold, hinging at your hips. Inhale, rise to stand, reach tall, stand tall. Exhale, hands to the heart. Surya Namaskar, C now. Deep breath in, send the arms overhead. Slow breath out, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your right foot, right knee to the floor. Slow and steady, arms alongside your ears, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor, frame your front foot, step back quietly, plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, either knees, chest, chin, or a full push-up, all the way to the floor. Still warming up in the back, low cobra, breathing in. Exhale, firm belly, roll back, downward facing dog. Bring the toes together at the back of the mat, right leg rising as you breathe in. Right foot forward as you breathe out, left knee to the floor. Arms overhead as you drag your front heel toward your back shin. Exhale, fingertips down onto the floor, stepping forward, top edge of the mat. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. We'll keep it flowing, arms overhead, rise to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive forward over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, lunge your left foot back edge of the mat, left knee to the floor. Keep the legs engaged, your hips lightly forward, arms overhead, breathe in. Exhale, hands down, frame your front foot, step back quietly, plank pose. Inhale here, legs strong. Exhale, low push-up, chaturanga. All the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra pose. Light arch through the spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Unhurried breath, smooth and rhythmic. Toes come together, back of the mat. Left leg rises as you breathe in. Left foot stepping forward as you breathe out. Right knee to the floor here. Arms overhead as you breathe in. Fingertips to the floor as you breathe out. Step forward, top edge of the mat. Halfway lift when you arrive, breathe in. Soft bend in the knees, fold as you breathe out. Arms rise, come to stand. And as you breathe out, your hands to your heart. Inhale, arms overhead, and this time take your left hand to your right wrist. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, side bend to your left, extending through the right side of your waist. Inhale back to center. Switch the hands, right hand to your left wrist. Take a side bend, hinging over to your right, hips to the left. Legs stay strong. Inhale, coming back up to center. Gaze up, press your palms. And as you exhale, dive forward over your legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward. And as you exhale, take a Vinyasa, stepping back, high push-up. As you exhale, low push-up. Upward dog or cobra now. Back bend of your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your toes together at the back of the mat. Reach your right leg up and back as you breathe in. And step forward with your right foot, coming into first warrior, warrior one. Arms rise when you're steady. And then from here, just check in with your low back spine, making sure you feel comfortable. Traditionally, your heels line up here. Left foot's on a 45-degree angle, right foot at 12 o'clock. But if you need a little bit more room in your low back, moving your right foot out laterally to the right side will help give you a little bit more space. The torso turns forward and keep sending a full breath into the rib cage. Your arms are straight, the elbows are straight, and you're reaching to the edge of your fingers so your hands are engaged. And down at your foundation, your feet are strong. Back leg is sharp and straight. And you've got a comfortable bend in your front knee, tracking the knee forward. Take one more full cycle of breath here. And on your next breath in, take your hands behind your back, making fists with your hands. Press your knuckles together. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. So you're wide and open through the chest, straightening through the front leg. And as you feel yourself breathe out, folding forward any amount, and try and keep that extension through the sides of your waist, a long unwrinkled feeling through the front of your chest. So the collarbones are smiling open. And feeling unwrinkled through the back of your neck as well. And you can tuck your chin lightly in toward your chest to get that feeling of extension all the way up to the back of your skull. Keep your back heel grounded, and we've got one more full cycle of breath. Stretching out through the hamstrings, the calves. Inhale, coming all the way up, release the hands, rebend the front knee back to warrior one. And as you exhale, take your hands to the floor. And an option here to take a vinyasa or simply step back to downward dog, join back in the flow whenever you're ready. Slowly moving through your back bend so you feel a uniform arch through your spine. And moving back to downward facing dog. Shifting over to the left side now, left leg rising as you breathe in. Keep your breath steady, stepping forward, left foot in between the hands, warrior one. As you rise up, equal pressure into the feet, reach the arms alongside your ears. Take your hands wide if you've got tight shoulders there. So you stay relaxed and soft in your shoulders, extended through the sides of the waist, through the spine. And if you're feeling soggy in the belly, see if you can firm the muscles in between your hip points. End of your exhale, navel draws back toward your spine. Top of your inhale, you feel bright and open across your chest. And take 2 more breaths here. Great stamina building poses, endurance building poses, our warriors. Keep your gaze steady. Take a deep breath in, straighten your front leg, wind your hands behind you and press your knuckles together, making fists with your hands. So this is going to encourage you to keep your chest nice and open, elbows lean back, and as you exhale, fold over the front leg. And you're coming over the midline of your front leg there. Try and press down through the big toe mound of your front foot. And no need to round the spine here. Just allow your head to drop at the end of your spine. And push actively down through your feet. You'll get a feeling of upward energy through the legs. The legs will stay active, the quads engaged, so you're encouraging a safe stretch into the back of your hamstrings, your calves. Next breath in, release the hands, rebend the front knee, reach the arms, take a full breath in, savor it. And as you exhale, take your hands to the floor. Stepping back to plank pose, top of your push-up. Breathe in. Exhale, low push-up. Any variation, knees can modify to the floor. A back bend of your choice. Shoulder heads back, ribs forward. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll rest and pause here. If you'd like to, you can take your knees to the floor. And here for about another 8 breaths. Just landing back in your body. Noticing all the places in your body, the body parts you can't see. So firming the hands into the floor, spreading through the fingers. Lengthening through your arm bones. And feeling your shoulder blades wrap wide apart so your armpits turn toward the floor. Feel your seat lift a little higher toward the ceiling and stretch actively down through the back of your legs so your heels become as heavy as they can in your range of motion, even if you have a soft bend in the knees there. Low belly's hollow. Take 1 more deep breath in here, look forward between your hands, and at the end of your exhale, step or lightly hop forward, top edge of the mat, bringing your big toes to touch. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, and as you exhale, fold, empty, bow in. Reach your arms up overhead, come all the way up to stand, and as you exhale, take your hands to your heart. Toe heel your feet hip distance apart here. Link your thumbs, space your fingers, take a big arch up and back. And as you exhale, a little bit of momentum, bend the knees and fold, catch your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back. Pause here, a couple of breaths. No need to overdo it in the shoulders there. You're not trying to strain to get your shoulders over your head. You're just encouraging a light stretch through the shoulders by lifting the shoulder heads up, allowing your head to hang, letting your neck lengthen. Release the hands, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, and as you exhale, step back to plank pose, top of your push-up. Exhale, low push-up, no rush, upward dog or cobra, breathing in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your toes together at the back of your mat. Raise your right leg up and back as you breathe in. Step your right foot forward in between your hands, come to Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So again, start heels lining up, right toes are at 12 o'clock. And open the arms out wide to a T. So your gaze turns forward over the front middle finger. You feel upright through your spine, so even though you can't see necessarily the shape you have in your body, feel for a vertical line through your spine. Your spine has a little hollow in the low back, in the back of your neck, but you feel engaged through your abdominals, spreading the effort through your body. Back leg feels straight and strong. Outer edge of the foot is anchored into the mat. And you should feel a light stretch, sense a light stretch from your inner right groin toward your right knee. Your right knee is tracking forward. Try to avoid it rolling in. And then settle in. Find some ease, some space, some length in your body here in Warrior Two. Perhaps lunging a little deeper. And on your next breath in, push down through your front foot, straighten both legs. Take your hands to your hips and shorten your stride. One step, left foot comes in. And then re-extend the arms and reach forward as far as you can over the midline of the right leg. Then take your right hand down, left hand to the sky for triangle pose, Trikonasana. And try and imagine that your back body is leaning into a wall behind you. Shoulder blades are flush against the wall, tailbones lengthening toward your back heel. Front of the body is bright and open. Your fingers, your hands are engaged. Crown of the head's reaching forward. And if you feel a little rounded through the left side of your rib cage, see if you can just straighten out a little so your side waists of your trunk become parallel. Active through your feet, your toes are spread. One more deep breath in. Exhale, soft bend in your front knee, land the hands. And step quietly back to plank pose, top of your push-up. As you exhale, take a low push-up, making your way through a vinyasa. Try not to rush. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Bring your toes together here at the back of your mat. Left leg rising as you breathe in. Step your left foot forward to Warrior Two as you breathe out. Slowly rising up, strong legs, abs engaged. And then find space and length across your chest, across your collarbones, through the reach and leverage of your arms. And try and soften your gaze over your front middle finger so your gaze doesn't feel harsh. And carry that on through the jaw and the mouth, the shoulders, and allow your hips to sink down just a little deeper. Keep the back leg straight. Inhale, push down through your front foot, straighten both legs, hands to the hips, and shorten your stride one step. Re-extend the arms out to a T, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, extend out over your front leg, taking your left hand down, either just below your knee or to the shin or to the floor. Right hand up toward the sky. So if you are a little bit lower down, just making sure your belly button's pointing out to the side rather than the floor. You want to stay extended through your spine, so it's a great back strengthener, this pose. It'll strengthen your spinal stabilizers, the spine, or muscles on either side of the spine. Also your abdominal muscles, keeping them engaged. And you're stretching the backs of your legs, hamstring muscles, calves, strengthening your ankles and your feet muscles. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, hands to the floor. Taking a vinyasa or do less and step back quietly to downward facing dog. Just moving in a way that feels nurturing and nourishing for you today. Keeping the breath smooth and steady. And we'll all land back in downward facing dog. A few deep breaths. Anytime you need to do less, you can take your knees to the floor. You want to try and manage your effort levels so it still feels soothing, meditative while you move and practice. Go ahead, take a deep breath in, look forward in between your hands, and at the end of your exhale, step or lightly hop forward, top edge of the mat. Toes together, inhale Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold over your legs, Uttanasana. The next breath in, come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, reach your arms up. Keep the gaze lightly forward and down, so all sides of the neck along. And sit your buttocks down behind you so the shins shift back. You can still see your toes there. And then hug in and up through the belly so you fill out through your low back spine. So you're staying quite low here in your seat. Take a deep breath in, arms extend straight. And as you exhale, bend the arms out to cactus arms, squeezing your upper back muscles toward one another. Inhale, straighten the legs, push down through your feet, stretch tall. And as you exhale, cactus the arms, come back into chair pose, bend the knees. Weight back in your heels here. Elbows shifting back in space. As you breathe in, straighten both legs, come all the way up to stand, reach tall. And we'll do that one more time, bending the elbows, sitting low in your seat, squeezing and toning your upper back muscles. Elbows shift back. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, fold over your legs now, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, coming up halfway. And as you exhale, this time step your right foot back and make your way into a high lunge. Before you raise your arms, right foot in the right lane, left foot in the left lane. So you're steady, arms rise alongside your ears, extend through all your fingers, conscious of all your body parts that you can't see here. Sense your breath broad and open, front and back of your lungs. And we're here to stay a couple of breaths. Be comfortable. Steady gaze without feeling harsh in your eyes. Space between the eyebrows soft. And then lowering your hands to your heart center. Preparing to balance. So we'll come into Digasana, Swan pose. Placing your weight into your front heel, lightly shift forward and start to float your back leg. So heart leans forward, but you're also lifting up, so you find a mild arch through your spine. So the chest is reaching forward. And your right toes are reaching back, all your toes spreading. Just do your best here. Soft bend in the left knee there always helps. Try and keep your hips as level as possible. And if you are feeling balanced, steady, go ahead, reach your arms forward. Straighten the elbows, reach to the edge of your ring fingers. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, land lightly. At the hands, go ahead, step back, plank pose. Lower slow, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. A few breaths to rest, reset. Inviting a quiet feeling into your body. Savouring the stillness, the rest in downward facing dog. One more side to go. Last of the standing poses. Take a deep breath in, look forward. End of your exhale, step or lightly hop forward, top edge of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. chair pose as you breathe in. Bend the elbows, cactus the arms, breathe out. Push down through your feet, press to stand, breathe in. Rebend the knees, rebend the arms, cactus the arms, chair pose. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up tall. We've got one more round. Exhale, chair legs, cactus arms, breathing out. Press all the way to stand as you feel yourself breathe in, stretch tall. Exhale, dive over the legs as you breathe out. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, legs strong and straight, look forward. And as you exhale, step your left foot back, come into high lunge. Arms reach high, alongside your ears, firm belly and perhaps a little bend in the back knee until you find your foundation, feeling of steadiness, feeling of ease. Breathe deep. And a couple more breaths here. So just quietening the shoulders. Keep extending through the fingers so you feel engaged all over your body. Strengthening, toning your legs. Hands to the heart as you breathe out. Preparing to balance. You'll keep the weight in your right heel, making sure right toes are pointing forward. Shift lightly forward, raise and float your left leg now. You can take it up any amount. Let's find your balance. Fingertips can come to the floor as well if you're super unsteady. Little bend in the front knee, and then extend your heart forward. Perhaps reach the arms forward. Extend back through your left toes. Spread all your toes. Nearly there, hang in there. A deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor, land lightly back into a lunge. Step back to your plank pose and take a vinyasa. Lower slow to the floor or hover there, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths, smooth and steady. Calming the rhythm of your breath. Letting your eyes fall steady. Minimizing the distractions. And take a smooth breath in, look forward. And at the end of your exhale, step or lightly hop forward to the top edge of the mat. Inhale, coming up halfway. And exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, take your hands to your hips. Stepping back a long stride with your right foot. Turn a quarter turn to your right. Keep your hands on your hips there. And squeeze your elbows back behind you as if you're trying to get them to kiss. Chest opens wide. Big deep breath in. Lift and open through your chest. Look up. As you exhale, bend your knees here and fold halfway forward with a flat back. Keep your chest as open as it was. And then really slowly walk your hands down your legs and move towards straightening your legs in your range of motion. So just moving into this forward bend very gently, mindfully. And just notice now, if you can, engage your quads a little bit more without locking your knees back. Notice the weight distribution through your feet. You might be all in your heels here, so just lightly tipping forward, doing everything slow so you don't lose your balance. And you feel like your spine's gently tractioning with the weight of your head. Nice quietening pose. An inversion of sorts, your head below your heart. Resting the heart. And then take your hands underneath your shoulders, take a halfway lift, look forward. And then plant the whole palm of your hands down. Lean onto your hands, come up onto the balls of your toes, and take a light hop to the middle of your mat. Bring your toes together. So we'll set up for a toe balance here. So just lightly coming up onto the fingertips. And then if you can, shift your hands to your heart and make an L shape through your torso and your thighs. So you're just balancing on the balls of your toes. Try and drag the heels together and settle your gaze. So if you want to challenge your balance here, closing the eyes. And you might feel your feet dancing around there. That's okay. We're very close to the ground here, so not far to fall if it doesn't quite work out. And then open the eyes. If you had them shut, take your hands to the floor and very lightly leaning onto your hands, engaging the hands, hop your feet really wide again. And then turn your heels in, your toes out, and shift your hands toward your ankles or your inner calves, just depending on your flexibility. And with your hands there and your elbows to your inner knees, you're going to encourage light stretch through your inner thighs, from your groins to your knees. And so you can boogie around a little bit here, left to right, just moving around, just moving in a way that feels like you're gliding in your hip joints. So you're not creating tension, you're trying to open up a little bit of space there, any movement that feels good. And then coming back to center, walking around to your left foot now, top edge of the mat. And step up with your right foot to meet the left. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. And as you exhale, just slowly make your way all the way down onto your buttocks. And then shifting to the middle of your mat, make your way all the way down onto your back. And land here, knees in toward your chest. And take a little rock side to side. And keep your right knee hugging in, send your left leg out straight. Rest your left heel to the mat. And then interlace your fingers behind the back of your right leg, extend your right heel toward the ceiling. Supta Padangusthasana. And of course, if you are a little bit more flexible, please, if you haven't already, hook your peace fingers and thumbs around your big toe and extend up. So you want to try and keep your head, neck and shoulders at ease here, relaxed. So if you feel like you're straining or your shoulders are lifting up away from the mat here to catch a hold of your leg, just simply take your hands down the leg a little so you can stay comfortable in your upper body. Engage both legs, reach out through your heels, spread your toes and scissor your legs away from one another. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, take your right foot to the inner left thigh or beside your knee. Let your right knee fall out to the side and send your arms overhead, recline tree. So try and keep that left hip, left buttocks down so your hips stay level. Just stretch out through your body, let your spine arch, reach away with your fingers and away with your left heel. And then turn it into a twist, just taking your right big toe now behind your left leg and taking your right knee over to your left side. Cactus your right arm, so a bend in the elbow. And here, only twist enough that you can still keep your right shoulder blade tracking down your spine and your right shoulder on the floor. Simple twist. And on your next breath in, firm your belly, engage your core, protect your low back, come all the way back onto your back, and we'll switch sides. Just cooling down now, left knee in toward your chest, right leg out straight. And then left heel up toward the ceiling, scissoring your legs away from one another. And keeping a calm quality to your breath, not straining, lacing your fingers or taking a bind. Legs stay engaged. Your left kneecap's now pointing toward your left shoulder. Not holding your breath. Then go ahead, rebend your left knee, take your left foot to the inside of your right leg and just take a reclined tree there. Arms overhead when you're ready and you're stable. Making sure your hips stay level, the right buttock stays grounded. Reach out, stretch out through your body. And then make your way into a twist, taking your left big toe behind your right knee. Roll onto your little toe side of your right foot. Cactus your left arm now, so your elbow's in line with your shoulder. Take a comfortable twist through your spine. And all these side bends, the twists, warrior poses, give you an opportunity to expand and extend through the spine and also provide more space in between the rib cage, the intercostal muscles, literally giving you more space to breathe, giving your body the oxygen it needs. Make your way back onto your back and hug the knees in toward your chest. Perhaps a little rock side to side. And then slip your hands behind the back of your knees and take about 3 rock and rolls with a little bit of momentum, rolling through the entire length of your spine to come all the way back up to sit. Extend both your legs out here straight, flex your toes, and if you need a little bit more room to fold forward, if you are, tighten the low back or your hamstrings. Take your feet hip width apart. Take a big bright breath in, reach your arms up alongside your ears. And as you exhale, fold forward, hinging from your hips. Land the hands either side of the legs. Take another breath in to extend and open through your chest. And as you exhale, fold and bow in. Once you've found your edge, just linger there. You don't need to reach your toes here. You're finding extension in your body at this point in time. Hopefully a little warmer at the end of the class. And whenever you are ready, just rolling back on up and making your way to lay on your back, coming into Shavasana, corpse pose. Take your hands wide to the side of your body, palms face up. Take your heels to the corner edges of your mat. Let your toes fall out. And lying back here, sense your body in one straight line. So your arms and your legs are falling evenly away from the midline of your body. Try to avoid any crooked angles through the neck. And rest here, just simply let go. Close the eyes. And allow the front of your face to recede back. Allow your brain to relax into the back of your skull. Empty and spread your weight into the support of the mat beneath you. Relaxing and letting go. Calm breath to support you. Effortlessness in your body. Integrating all the benefits of your practice. hope you've enjoyed practice today. Thank you for tuning in. Namaste, yogis.